Welcome to the wonderful world of fermentation. Today we're going to be making some fermented vegetables, a sort of sauerkraut. Now, in this space, we can find the presence of being. When we treat food like a task that we must do and get through, we miss out on the fact that every moment and everything we do offers the opportunity to be in a state of presence, in a deep state of focus, of awareness. This is true meditation. While some of us might think of meditation as simply sitting in our room with the lights off, listening to chanty music, trying to develop some sort of inner awareness and peace, meditation is really just living in a heightened sense of presence and awareness. And we can bring a meditative presence to anything that we do. Whether it be cooking, washing the dishes, on a walk, gardening, even in conversation with a friend. The concept of fermentation, however intimidating it might sound, is truly that which cannot be simpler. Take some vegetables, cut them up, add salt. They say around 2 to 3% salt of the weight of all the vegetables, but you can also just salt to taste. Make sure it tastes salty. Some of the salt will mellow out in the fermentation. And then you mix the salt with the vegetables, fruits too, if you'd like. And then you squeeze and break them down as the salt draws out the moisture, packing them into some sort of clean mason jar or fermentation vessel, pressing and weighing down the vegetables so that the liquid stays on top, so that we develop an anaerobic environment. As long as the vegetables are not in contact with the air, they can ferment for weeks, if not months, developing a unique sour flavor over time. When it's to your liking, simply put on a lid, place it in the fridge. You can eat it as is, or you can continue to let it ferment in the fridge. Fermentation is simple. Life is simple, but that does not mean it is easy. Trying to understand who we are in this wild world, trying to figure out what makes sense. Trying to know what needs to happen to be who we want to become. Life can be extremely confusing. But the beauty is in tuning into the simplicity. Something I love about cooking and fermenting. In fermentation, all we're really doing is setting the right conditions for transformation. And then we simply observe as this magical thing takes place. We witness the outcome. And that's what makes this journey so beautiful. In our own life, as we see what is, as we set the proper conditions, without having to force, we too can transform. We too get to go on this journey to discovering who we really are, beyond the fears, beyond the lies. And the journey isn't taking on more, as so many lead us to believe, but actually shedding that which is not true. Because when we destroy all that is false, all we are left with is truth. Truth isn't information. Truth isn't knowledge. No matter how many teachings and trainings and ancient things that we memorize and learn, the wisdom that is inside of us is only unlocked when we let everything outside go. When we let these false ideas of separation between us and them go. When we realize that all we have is awareness, that all there is consciousness, and that to be in that state of wonder, in that state of openness, in that state of curiosity is everything. It is from this state that we tune into that eternal frequency, that we know what is without having to actually know anything at all, that we find the nothingness. When we touch our vegetables, when we smell their scents, when we feel the temperatures on our skin, when we taste them in our mouths, we become aware of something. That thing is beyond words. Yes, we can try to explain it. We can try to give it a name, give it characteristics and textures and tastes, but they're all relative to the experience, all relative to the observer. When we strip these things away, when we go into that state of presence, we go beyond words. Just as music touches our soul, just as music connects us to something so much deeper than language, as we feel it, as we dance to the sacred harmonious rhythms, we feel something that we can't explain. The minute we try to place words, it's gone. It's changed to something else. We may try to capture, but our soul knows it's but a fleeting moment, and to make any attempt to solidify that which is transient is futile. So rather than try to explain or even understand who we are, why we enjoy what we enjoy, may we remember that we can simply be with the process. Simply be in the presence, in the sensation, in the awareness of what is.